Hi everybody, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, the Canadian government just crushed the hopes of the tourism industry in Canada this week. That's right, the Canadian government has extended their ban on all cruise ships until October 31st. It had been till the end of July, and they've extended it out till the October 31st, which virtually basically says we're not having a cruise ship season in Canada. So all those coastal ports in Newfoundland and in Nova Scotia, out in BC, even in Quebec, Prince Edward Island, that we're hoping to salvage at least 50 to 40% of the cruise ships this season, and possibly even 25% would have been something that they could latch onto and keep their businesses going. Nope. Government says goodbye. There will be zero. That means, over $1 billion of lost revenue in businesses from the cruise industry in Nova Scotia, another billion in Quebec, another billion in Newfoundland, over $2.5 billion in Victoria, BC, and Vancouver. It's just the economic impact that this is having is, astronomical in especially the smaller town communities like Halifax and St. John's, Newfoundland. It's mind-blowing how much devastation this is going to be, because so many jobs rely on that industry in Canada, on the coastal, provinces. And it's amazing because the government came out, but they just said they're extending it. And it's just because it's to combat the spread. But they didn't give any numbers of, are things going down? They didn't give any, numbers on, well, are we going to have any kind of venues here? Are we going to be able to do anything at all? They just, no, we're just going to shut you down. We're just going to shut it down because we don't need to work. You don't need your jobs. Just stay at home. And people are getting very frustrated with that train of thought now. And you can see that train of thought is getting frustrated right across, the world now. People have been home for 3 months now. A lot of people haven't been paid in 3 months now. And it's not looking like they're going to get any money anytime soon. So I have had some viewers that have emailed me and asked me, I have a fall cruise to Canada, and I'm wondering if it's going to stop. Or I have this cruise that's supposed to go to a couple ports in Canada on its way back from the transatlantic in November. Do you think it's... No, it's not happening. At least for the transatlantic, it's not stopping in Canada. And as far as any fall cruises down the eastern coastline, you just scratch them off the books right now until next year at the earliest, because they've all been canceled. And so, yep, the economy is going to take another huge hit here in Canada, especially those smaller ports. And I know a lot of people are really, really disappointed. But, the government says you can't come, and that's it. We can't come. And so the cruise lines don't have a whole lot of choice in the matter. Even though the CDC will probably have its ban lifted by, in July, Canada has decided to shut it down till October because of reasons that, quite frankly, they haven't given us. Let me know what you guys think down below. Do you think this is way too cautious? Do you think, no, Vancouver's one of the biggest hit of Canada in the area? Well, Ontario's the biggest. Quebec is by far the biggest. And so, yeah, it's not Vancouver and BC, but they have been hit harder than a couple of the other provinces. Do you think that's the reason they're not going to reopen or not going to allow cruise ships? Do you think that they're just being really too precautious? Or do you think they just, let's start new next year and go from there? They don't want to be bothered with restrictions, or they don't want to be bothered with cruise ships arriving in the fall and then we hit the flu seasons going into the winter. It could be all that kind of thing. But of course, they don't tell us. They just come out and say, you're not cruising and it's because of this one thing. We're stopping the spread. Not because they believe cruise ships spread it more, not because there's facts about anything, not because there's an upturn, not because it's just, we're just stopping the spread. So yeah. What can I say? I'm tired of the government coming out and just saying that. Start giving us real numbers, start giving us real facts to back what you're doing, and you'll have a lot less people just so frustrated right now. Just so frustrated. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. You want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Till next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.